Hello and welcome! This is Mouse Gunner, and we're back with some more Stellaris, continuing on with my Redwall Abbey playthrough. So I have another colony ship, having finished being built. I do want to come over to this colony though and just start upgrading the space stations. And then I want to grab the colony ship, have it colonize over here so that we can maybe get rid of this outpost. We actually have... Yeah, it's this world here that's colonizable one. Let's take a look at it. So no modifiers. Pretty good for the population we'll be sending over there for habitation. Where do we want to put the actual ship? Well, that's actually a tough question. I think I'm going to put it... There's really no good adjacency bonuses. So I'm going to put it right here. So let's grab the colony ship. We'll say colonize, and then we'll plop that down there. All right. Now I'm going to control this system for a little while to get it up and running, because I have noted that it seems like the AI in the sectors is not really taking care of things as they should. A great example of that is over in Saomia, because we've got Saomia Secundus, which I noticed that the AI is doing a terrible job managing. They're not clearing blockers, and I can't actually clear them for them because it's in a sector. And this population is starving, and they're not doing anything about it. And I had to build them a spaceport to get them to even, like, start to do anything with that. And I figure the easiest way to deal with this is just give them a hydroponic farm so that they at least have some level of, you know, food and what have you so they can expand. But I'm really concerned that these planets that we're colonizing that are within these sectors that we can't control. And I established this sector like forever ago, so there's no way I could have, you know, controlled this planet when it was colonized. I'm just a little concerned that some of these new colonies are not really being taken care of. Like, look at this. No spaceport established. I can do that much. None of the blockers are being cleared. There's plenty of food here, but it's not being used because the blockers aren't being cleared. That's easy to do, and it's not like this colony doesn't have the resources. I've been giving it to them. I mean, you could argue that the resources are not maybe good enough. Now, see, over here, I'm not quite sure. You know, I'm not sure. Was this a planet that I controlled at some point? I think it was. So that's not a fair one to look at. What about over here? Do we have... I think this might have been established as well. Yeah, so I built that up. I don't know about this one. That one I'm not sure. So I just want to make sure I can have faith in... Alright, so there's nothing these guys can do. Ooh. That's a new race. But yeah, look. Not upgrading the spaceports anymore. Like, I built this spaceport in the first place, right? But why is the AI not upgrading it? They could. I mean, they have the resources, so we'll upgrade it for them. And I don't have the minerals to keep doing that. Out of curiosity, how is the uplift snakeoid thing doing? 17 months? Okay. Alright, what about this planet? Was this one of the ones that we established a colony on? Okay. So, I mean, they're dealing okay with the surface blockers, but the space stations are not being upgraded. What about this system? I think this was one I controlled at some point, because I seem to remember that Nakaris Prime was the original system that we added in. So these have been built up correctly. I'm just a little bit concerned about some of the newer colonies, but it looks like they eventually got taken care of. So maybe it's just a matter that Saomia was at one point not that powerful of a sector, and they just didn't have the resources to take care of these things. So let's just pump some resources into them, much as we can afford to, and hopefully they'll be okay. I mean, I think they were fine on energy. Let's just double check that. Plant sectors. Yeah, I mean, they've got 1,000 energy. I mean, we could give them more. But, we'll have to see. I mean, I'm a little concerned. But what I am going to do, because we are kind of low on minerals, is I'm going to come into the contacts here. We're going to talk to Azura Corp. And we're going to trade some of our energy for minerals. Not a lot for how much we had to spend, but it's something. Okay, now that we've done that, we're eventually going to hand off Rimdor to this sector, so that should strengthen it, because Rimdor has more or less been built up, and it's got a lot of energy resources, which is the one thing that this sector here is, you know, not having a lot of. Made peace with the... Okay, well, let's see if they're still there. They got chewed up a little bit. They're also at war with the Sladians, which might have taken this star, though. So that might be, yeah, not fun con, non fun ca D. Yeah, so these guys definitely got eaten up a little bit. I almost wonder if they lost their home world with that war. All right, so if I'm correct and sensors are scanning these stars,
construction complete.
They're not finding anything. I didn't actually look in this black hole. Well, hopefully sensors at least sweep some of this. Oh, that was the construction ship. Well, I don't know if I have anything else for you to do, construction ship, so I guess you can just, you know what? Actually, I lie. I would like to come to, Mossflower. And in Mossflower, we've got, like, an older, defense platform here. I would like to upgrade to the better one, so let's build... I mean, I'm going to keep the old station out there, which is... Oh, wow. The defense platform is only worth 180. Upgrade station. Station will be upgraded. Oh, okay, there you go. Okay. Well, let's go ahead and build another military station here. So, build military station. It's going to be a defense station rather than a platform, which is what the other one was. And we'll put this on the other side of Redwall, just like that. So we'll kind of have overlapping minefields here as well around Mossflower. And then I might actually want to come around to where I have other defense platforms set up and upgrade them if I can. We have a defense station here, or platform. Yeah, platform, older platforms. I think that might have been it. That's it within my controlled space. I think the sectors can take care of these stations otherwise. All right, well, let's continue here. Now, I have been getting research. I don't know if we need to upgrade our ship designs or not. Probably, but I might wait until we get this to really make that change, the better power. Because then we can make some real changes. Alright. When this colony has established itself, I'll switch. Actually, I might want to do that now because we might be having that penalty. Alright, well, in any case, let's go ahead. Go in. Do our sector manager. And we're going to want this sector here. And we're going to add on... Probably going to have to add in this. I don't think that matters because there's nothing else there other than the station. But we want them to have Rimdor. Or... There you go. And that should help them quite a bit if we go back to the sector manager. They were having issues with energy. Not anymore, they aren't. And Salamiya, let's give you some of those minerals we traded for. So you can maybe build up the colonies better than you are. Okay, the infinity equation. As the third star hunters approaches the gargantua black hole, they find they are not alone. At the edge of the event horizon, it soars, reflecting light from the stars being drawn into the dark, gaping hole, a gigantic construction in the shape of a perfect sphere. We cannot pick up any signals from it, nor does anything we send make it respond. It simply sits at the edge of the abyss waiting.
Situation log updated.
Aw. Oh, so it's one of those, but this one's neutral. Interesting. Very interesting. I love this. So, okay, so it's a technosphere? It's silent for now, but will it be so forever? So we're going to track it on the map. Location of the track point interests are marked with a ping. Alright, so we'll know that it's there. But it does not have anything that we can do with it just yet. Very interesting. Ooh, there's a colonizable world in the area, too. That's very tempting. Now, the influence cost of probably establishing a colony here would be insane. But I find that very interesting. That's the first neutral one of those that we've encountered. All right. So if it does move... Contact report, Leviathan. The Mouser populace is praying. The giant being encountered in the dark has caused many a denizen of the Empire to fear for their sanity or doubt their faith in the divine. Are these giants the guardians of life? I mean, guardians of all life that which created it, or its enemy? It's awe-inspiring. Huh. So the fact that we've encountered a Leviathan has made our people wonder. Now, because we have Xenophile, apparently our people aren't freaking out, but I wonder if we had a different ethics, that would be maybe different as well. Maybe if we were a xenophobe, people would be freaking out and scared, and maybe we'd have riots, or who knows. Now, because of our spiritual nature, we are thinking about it in that way as well. Now, I definitely am scared of whatever the heck this thing is, but I'm surprised that we didn't get that message earlier. All right, so a leader died. And that is our abbot. Okay, so we have a new ruler now. Home in the sky, an industrialist. And then our new heir is an explorer and got deep connections. Ooh, I love this person when they show up. Okay, what else do we want to do here? I want to continue building colonies, especially if they give me an opportunity to get rid of outposts. So this looks tempting. It is an Arctic world, so we're going to want... Oh, we're already building a colony ship for that, actually, now that I think about it. So we should be good there. Our ships are finished there. That should be the second task force. Yeah, so we'll just merge those two together. And merge. So, for whatever reason, only on our home planet do we get the ships adding into the fleet properly. So right now, we've got 15 destroyers, 5 cruisers, and 5 corvettes in every fleet. And the corvettes are mostly just torpedo boats. We could build more of those, but I'm thinking maybe more of an emphasis on cruisers. Now, interestingly enough, I thought I was building cruisers here and they were adding into the fleets properly. So I don't know what's going on there, but we've got more room here for fleet size. I think on Redwall, I'm going to continue to build cruisers. So Redwall, build me at your spaceport. Alternatively, we could wait for battleships to come around. I don't know how long it will be before we get that. Yeah, you know what? Screw it. We'll build cruisers here. They're going to be the backbone of the
System
fleet.
survey complete.
Alright. We're done with our survey over here. I figure we might as well continue surveying things that are nearby, right? So let's survey this star because you're already there. I don't know if we got a good scan of this stuff here, so I'm gonna reroute. We're gonna go there, then we'll hop over there, and we'll get good scans here of the stars.
Incoming transmission.
All right, what do we got? All right, they want to go back to our research agreement. And looks like we would gain more from this time around. So let's go ahead and agree. All right, we're going to probably have things to do with our new research once it pops up.
Complete. Colony established.
All right, colony is established. We're going to have things to do here. Build spaceport. That's always the first thing you're going to want to do. And then we're going to want to clear some blockers here. But first, we're going to add in the governor. And we're going to want, actually, the blocker clearer guy, because why not? Yes, but then we have to figure out... I think it was this guy here. You can go there. And then, okay, so on this planet, on the surface... we want to access the food as soon as possible. And then beyond that, I'm just going to do other resources here. And then I'll hold off on the other blocker clears because we're kind of short on minerals right now. Where is the construction ship, out of curiosity? Because I don't know where it is, I'm just going to send it over that way. Alright.
Research complete.
Alright. Let's go ahead and pick our new research. Okay, what do we got going on here? We've got... We can do this. Battleships would be something we could go for. We could get autocannons, which is another weapon type. We can get afterburners, which I still haven't done. Now, they take up weapon slots, which is the main reason I haven't done them. We could do upgraded torpedoes, better armor. I think out of the bunch, I'd probably take the armor. As much as I'd like battleships, that's, you know, it's going to take quite a while to do that. And I already have some progress towards Dursteel, so alternatively we could get robots, but, you know, we don't need them. We have so much of a population growth. I don't think robots are really going to be something that we need. I mean, they would be good on any planet, but we've got a varied population now, so I don't really think that's something that's required. So we'll just do this. And I want to do something a little bit different than the playthroughs we've done in the past. We could use religious reasons. Our spiritualism makes us not want to do that kind of stuff.
Construction complete. Construction complete.
Oh, that's right. The construction ship was at Mossflower building the defense platform. And then eventually I'll probably end up getting rid of... Not the defense station. If we get up to other levels of defense things, like fortresses and what have you, I'll probably end up getting rid of this smaller station. But those are mostly there just to help protect the main space station in case wasn't really anything there. Okay, our colony ship is now here, and I want to come over and colonize over here so that we can get rid of this outpost if we want. And ooh, what is this? Low gravity. Building cost minus 10%. Okay. So, colony ship. Go ahead and colonize this. And I'll go ahead and plop the center down here. Those are good adjacency bonuses. And that's fine. Okay. So I'm going to have to shed off another colony here at some point. If I were to get rid of anything, I think I'm going to get rid of this planet because it's run its course. It's done what it needs to do for me. What would we do with it, though? Would we add it to the Saomia sector? Would we create our own sector for it? And then maybe have it control whatever we put in here eventually? I think that's maybe not a bad call to make it its own sector. So we'll do that. Alright, well, in any case, let's continue on here. Oh, these guys are done with what they're doing, huh? We didn't quite get scans of this stuff. And again, I'm not positive if we're actually scanning things that we're not stopping on. I mean, this is just me making assumptions here. But let's just check this out. And then you can go ahead and come on back to our space. I'll have you come into Mossflower once you're done with that. Mostly you were just there to explore things for me, see what's out there. Now, the one thing I'll note different from other times I've played this game, the first playthrough I did, it seemed like there was a lot more encounters with non-Empire oriented aliens, like those amoebas. In this playthrough, that was all I encountered was like a couple amoebas. Like, where were the what were they called? Like the void entities, and I might have encountered space cows, but where they are now, I have no idea. It seems like we had a lot less encounters overall. I don't know if that's just chance or they've really dumbed that stuff down, but that was a lot of what I figured was the early game stuff that was very interesting, and it seemed like we missed out on a lot of that. And you miss out of a lot of unique text because of that as well.
Special project complete.
Ooh. Snakeoid's uplifted. Success. The Snakeoid native, okay, has been uplifted to become citizens of Redwall Abbey. And that was on this planet. Oh, crap. A rocky start. The integration of the Snakeoid, who we uplifted, is going more smoothly than expected, but not as smoothly as we had hoped. Despite our efforts to soft shape of their psychology, I'm not sure if that's good English there, the Snakeoids still occasionally struggle with the way we do things in the Redwall Abbey. Okay. That's fine. Where are they? It's kind of hard to pick them out. Stop advancing time. Conscientious objectors. Some issues have arisen as a result of the Snakeoid populace's aversion to arms. A representative was made to a formal request for clearly delineated demilitarized zones. Very well. The courage of their convictions should be celebrated, or they must learn that the scepter of war looms for us all. I think if we just say very well, nothing happens, but we can force certain ethics on them. We're not going to force that, so we'll just say very well. And stop advancing time on me. I was just trying to take a look at the Snakeoids. Alright, so there they are. It's kind of hard to tell because the Zin population is practically the same appearance, but they are different races. Alright, so a bunch of things happened. Science ship is done with what it was doing. I guess we'll come over here and survey this. And anything else we need to take care of? So yes, this definitely is giving me that penalty, although it hasn't shown up. That appears to still be a bug in the game where non-established colonies hurt you and your energy resources, because we were having somewhere around 40 or 50, and now we have 10. I mean, we're not in the negatives, but clearly we are losing energy resources. And I can pretty much prove that as soon as we make a new sector. So we're going to come over and make a new sector. Create new sector. And we're going to create it right here. Oh, well, I guess I was wrong. Well, I mean, we probably lost a lot of energy resources doing that. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm not understanding things properly. Oh, well, we were going to do that anyway. And then when Nishpan shows up, we will give that a governor. Alright, so you've cleared those blockers. Let's just clear the rest so that we can move this governor over to the other planet once it's established itself. And another thing I want to do, I think enough time's gone by. Okay, stranger danger. According to reports, newly uplifted Snakeoid citizens grow anxious as their mouse teachers bring up the likelihood of contact with as yet unknown entities from the far reaches of space. I see. Alright, what is alien to us is simply opportunity in disguise. We probably want to make them xenophiles, so this is actually great. You know, I think this is the first time I've uplifted a race, so this is definitely new stuff for me. We'll do that. Pause. Because I was doing something. What that something is, I don't remember, but that's okay. Oh, I was going to see about the outpost. Do we dismantle it or do we keep it around? I'll wait until this colony has established itself, and then I think that's the timing to get rid of it. We might lose control over this mine to these guys up here. If that happens, it's not the end of the world. I don't even know if we built this in the first place, so it wouldn't really be a misappropriation of resources. It would just take away resources that we could be using. All right, we've got a negative balance. That will go away as soon as this colony has established itself, I think.
Colony established.
Yeah, it did. All right, and that is our cue to dismantle the outpost. This will give us more influence. It will also be less of a drain on our resources. So we'll disband. 3. And let's watch what happens with our border. We just lost it. Shrinking, shrinking. That's probably as much as it's going to shrink, though. Oh, okay. The constant calculator. We picked up a signal. It originates from the titanic metallic sphere we encountered earlier. Previously impervious to contact attempts, it now sends out a rhythmic pulse of radio waves pointed towards the black hole it orbits. What it's doing is beyond any of our staff, but this signal might have created an opening into the sphere for our scientists to exploit. Alright, fascinating. We gotta go do this. Researching for the orb. This reminds me, there is a book called, I'm trying to remember, it's Rendezvous with Rama. This is kind of reminiscent of that a little bit. I mean, I read the book, didn't really like it, but it was a cylinder rather than a sphere. But let's go check it out.
Situation log updated.
So, probably going to have to send a ship over there, I would imagine. Scientist is present. Scientist has a skill level of 3 or higher. Has 1 science ship in orbit. Alright. So, science ship. We might not have enough experience yet. Oh, no, we do. Alright, you've done a little bit of surveying over there. Get over here. Well, you're probably going to have to jump there. Yeah, research projects and system. Probably take you a while to get there. But that, want to do. Gotta do. This is cool. Alright. Hopefully you live long enough to do that. Because that would slightly piss me off if you died on transit or something. We are researching a project to make you live longer, but just live long enough to make sure that project goes through. Is all I have to say about that. Oh, over here, we need a new governor. So, let's change it. We're going to give you this guy, because he can clear your blockers. And then over on this planet, we're going to get the available governor. And as a matter of fact, how are you doing over here? Fine. Everything is going okay. How about you go there? Spaceport. Give me solar panel networks. Good. Over here, you can build a spaceport. And then, you know what? I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So we'll deal with clearing blockers and what have you on that planet. We get some influence back because we no longer need that outpost. Now we lost some minerals because of that outpost removal. And I'm hoping that we can do something similar over here. But we could lose some more resources, specifically energy and science here, which would be more of a loss if I remove that outpost. So I do have to consider these things closely. I could just reestablish the outpost in a little bit closer position, like over here, and get more border push, and maybe regain the, actually get some stars that we don't currently control. But in any case, how's the war going? Before we end, I just want to see. So, for Imperial Nations, how is their war going? Does it give us an idea of their war score? War score 18, so, not particularly well, but they're not losing. On the other hand, how are things going for the Syndicate of Jihet over there, who is being beset? Syndicate of Jihet, where are you? You actually like us now? Yeah, you do. All right. How are your wars going? -6, -18. Well, we know you're losing that war. You're also losing the other one, which we don't like because these guys are a possible threat. In any case, I think this is a good point to go ahead and put a cut in the video. So I hope you guys have enjoyed. This is Mouse Gunner signing out.